Okay, there's the tip for this week. So tip 4 is on search term maps and folders. If you missed it live, you can always do the virtual tip. Here is the handout that we've been covering over the last couple weeks. This is our last week of shortcuts, and next week we're actually going to do trivia. So next week is going to be, it's 10 questions. It'll be 5 random trivia questions and 5 Lexis questions related to what we've been talking about this month. So keep an eye out for that. I'll talk more about it this weekend. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen. And then I'm going to show you guys our prizes for today. Is you'll get to choose from either one of these awesome nameplates. And one of my students at Little Rock won one, and she had attorney at law put underneath it. So I thought that was really cool. So you could pick a nameplate, or this is so random, I know, but I have one of these, and this thing is amazing, especially when you're sitting in front of your computer all day. It's one of the neck and shoulder massagers. So you can get, your neck, your back, all of that stuff. They're incredible. So winner will get to choose one of those gifts. All right. Let's jump on to Lexis and get started. So we've been talking about the shortcuts. So I've got a couple more things that I wanted to highlight today. One is the Equal Justice Practice Center. Then we're going to talk settings. We're going to talk news and topic summary reports. So those are the 4 things that we're going to cover today. So we've talked about practice centers before, or practice area pages, but this is new, so I wanted to point it out to you. There's one on here now called Equal Justice, and I just think it does an incredible job of kind of pulling all of these resources for equal justice into one place. So I wanted to show it to you guys so that you knew it was here. So of course you have your PDFs of the Rules of Evidence, CivPro, and the Constitution. We talked about how you can also search the search box to find any of those documents on Lexis. We've got legislative and regulatory updates on police reform and racial equality. We've got the justice reports on arrests of protesters, police disciplinary records. This is all new that we've pulled here. So I think there's just some really incredible resources here that I think it's useful to know that it exists and have an opportunity to take a look at it if you get a chance. So it's just the Equal Justice Center, and you can get to it from the Lexis Plus homepage. You just scroll down to that Explore Content box under Practice Area, and you'll see it there. It's alphabetical, so you'll see it listed there. So take a look at it if you get a chance. The other thing that I've talked about it a little bit before, but your settings. So remember that from these 3 dots up here at the top corner, this is where you can access your points. Obviously, we're in week 2 of Now Trending, so 100 points if you complete the week 2 activity by Sunday at midnight. So take a look at that. Your folders and your alerts are always accessible from those 3 dots, but so are your settings. And when we open up our settings, there's so many things that you can change and tweak and customize here that I think will make a big difference. So first thing being, if for some reason you don't see Lexis Plus when you log on, you want to make sure your starting product is Lexis Plus. If you see ICW or some other random product, make sure that you change it to Lexis Plus. The other thing is that you can customize how many results you get when you run a search. So I like to do 50 just so I can get more on a page. You can also do your preferred jurisdiction. So for us, this is really helpful because Tennessee is low in that alphabetical list, and it's kind of a pain to have to scroll down when you're trying to filter to Tennessee and go all the way to the bottom. So when we select Tennessee as one of our preferred jurisdictions, we can also do this for preferred courts. We could do the 6th Circuit and we could say Tennessee and click submit. It's going to put those at the top of our filter list on the left, which is going to save us a lot of time. Now you can also change your font. So if you want to go Classic Times New Roman, you can do that. You can change your font size. You can also change your default sort by settings and how you get alerts. So once you click save, that will implement all of those changes that you just created, and you'll see those the next time you run a search. Now, there are other things in settings. It's not just what we looked at. So I do want to just highlight the fact that there's other categories over here on the left when we open up settings. We were in general, But there's actually specific settings for Lexis Plus as well. So you can go through here and you can see if you don't want to start in cases first, I always tell you secondary sources are so helpful. You can actually make secondary materials your starting category when you run a search. So instead of seeing cases first, you could see any of the other categories. So there's a lot here that you can do, and I just wanted to draw your attention to it. Not technically a shortcut, but still really helpful. Okay, the other thing, Lexis has hundreds of thousands of news publications, but one of those, and one of my favorites, is the New York Times. So if you type in the title of the publication, so in this case, the New York Times, you'll see those things show up in the search box, just like we did with the Constitution or the federal rules. So we can click on the New York Times, and then if we have a particular article or subject or topic that we want to search for, we can search in the search box, and it's just going to find the New York Times. It's going to find any articles from the New York Times. But sometimes we just want to see what articles came out today. So if you click those three dots up there at the top, you have Get All Documents for this source. And that's actually going to show us everything that the New York Times has published over the last several years, actually. But it does it newest to oldest. So we can see here that these are all of the articles from September 25th, which is today. So we could go in and we could read our New York Times articles without having to subscribe or go over our document limit or any of that stuff. I always get a little irritated when I'm trying to read it and it tells me I've exceeded my limit for the month. I just come to Lexis and I read it there instead. Now, one of the other cool things that you can do is you can actually set a publication alert on the New York Times and get it delivered to your inbox every morning. So then instead of having to look it up every day, we can just say, hey, Lexis, remind us of the New York Times articles each morning, or whatever newspaper you're following, Washington Post, Wall Street Journal. I think the Commercial Appeal might be on here. So you go to the Deliver category. You can change the end date. You say email, and you put your email in the box and click Add Recipient. And then we can say Business Daily at, let's say, 8 a.m. and then say Create Alert. So every morning, Lexis will run the search for the new New York Times articles and send us an email to our inbox with that information. So fun little shortcut, little bit of a distraction from everything else that's going on. Okay, now the last thing I want to talk about are topic summary reports. So topic summary reports do a great job of giving you an overview of the relevant elements of a particular doctrine or topic, seminal cases, secondary sources, standard of review, burden of proof, and there's three ways to find topic summary reports. One is we can type in legal topic summaries or topic summaries and search all the Lexis topic summaries. But the most common way that we typically find them is when we're in a case. So I'm going to pull up a case to show you an example citation. Can't read my own handwriting half the time, so we'll see. So we're in a case, we're looking at head notes, trying to see what's relevant, if this stuff is helpful, and you'll see that orange legal pad icon in the head note hashtags. Anytime you see one of those orange icons, that means there's a topic summary report available for that topic, which in this case is negligence. So to see it, all you do is you click on the orange legal pad icon, and it's going to give us this great overview of the topic of negligence. We have them both in federal and we have state topic summary reports also, but this is going to give us the definition. It's going to give us links to seminal cases. It'll break down the elements for us. It'll give us any statute, rule, or constitutional provision that it comes from, give us secondary sources, and then the burden of proof and the standard of review, which becomes helpful later on when you're actually writing briefs. So either search legal topic summaries or look for the orange icon in the head notes, and that's how you know that there is one available for that particular topic. So they're a big time saver. They kind of put a great summary all in one place. So if you're getting started in your research or you find that great case that deals with your topic exactly, look for the legal topic summaries in the head notes, because that can usually give you additional information. That was a lot in one little session. So it's on your handout. So all of that is in there. Well, not the settings and well, I think New York Times might be in there, but not the setting. Take you to the Hamilton exercise. Don't forget to complete that by October 1st. It's 100 points, and you're entered to win a $25 Amazon gift card. Well, that's all I have, y'all. So go enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. So y'all have a great afternoon, and I will see you next week. Bye, y'all.